Hello, and welcome to the Coping with Stress Wellness Session. My name is Charlene Payne, and I'm the Regional Mental Health and Addictions Coordinator with Western Health in Corner Brook. Coping with Stress is one of the wellness sessions offered by Mental Health and Addiction Services. These sessions are aimed at providing information and resources to individuals in the community around a number of topics, as well as providing you with information regarding next steps if you need further supports or counseling. The outline of our session today and topics we will cover are: what is stress? What are some causes as well as impacts of stress? We'll talk about some stress management skills as well as coping skills, and looking at supports and resources available. Stress is what we feel when we have to respond to a type of demand on our energy, and we refer to that as a stressor. And not all stress is bad. Sometimes stress can be a good or positive thing for us. And a stressor can be anything from meeting a deadline, writing an exam, preparing for a party. Essentially, stress is a part of our life, and it comes and it depends on how we deal with it. So positive stress can help us to concentrate, can help us to focus and perform. Many people, in fact, do their best work when they're under pressure. You feel challenged and motivated to do what needs to be done. Negative stress, however, can become a constant, ongoing cycle. Your health and relationships with friends and family are becoming affected, and sometimes you may feel emotionally and physically exhausted. So an example of good stress could be: Andrew plays soccer on his school's team. He tends to get really nervous before a game, and his stomach often feels a little queasy. At the same time, his adrenaline increases, and that helps him to perform better. An example of a negative stress could be this: Samantha tends to put school assignments off until the last minute. Sometimes waiting close to the deadline works in her favor. She gets her homework done, and the pressure helps her do well. At other times, she waits too long, and the stress is so great that she can't finish her homework, and she gives up altogether. Some possible causes of stress could be any type of loss that we experience in our lives. Competitiveness, work overload, peer pressure, relationships, health issues, or day-to-day hassles such as forgetting something, waiting in lineups, or those types of things. Financial stress, unemployment, caregiving stress, balancing work and home or school and home can be very difficult. Christmas or any holidays can be a stressor for many people as well. Parenting, a strive for perfection, and not feeling that we not have enough time to do what we need to get done. I call it the never-ending to-do list. Work and workload and working conditions are highlighted as the second leading cause of stress to Canadians. The third cited reason for stress of Canadians is a difficult economic situation in general. The fifth largest source of stress to Canadians is managing personal schedules. And sometimes exhaustion or not taking good care of ourselves, not taking time to relax, excessive worry, and stressful life events can all trigger depressive episodes that are severe for some people or causing anxiety. Here are some common symptoms that people experience with stress: feeling very tired or having low energy levels often, feeling that they have reduced efficiency, so feeling that you can't do things as well as you could before, experiencing more colds, also difficulty concentrating or being more forgetful, hard to focus on things, muscle tension and tightness, difficulty sleeping, feelings of upset stomach, or feelings of anxiety. There are some warning signs as well that stress may be becoming a problem for you. And some people may feel a shaky feeling or wobbly, jelly legs, a fast heartbeat, a feeling of choking, a sense of dread, feeling faint as well. There are also some emotional symptoms, so feelings of irritability or guilt, feeling sad for no reason, feeling angry, negative thinking, feeling powerless, rejected or trapped, a loss of interest or enjoyment in things. And small problems seem to really overwhelm you, and you may experience frequent worry or nervousness. Some physical signs and symptoms of stress: a change in your sleep patterns or difficulty sleeping. So you may find it hard to fall asleep at night, or you may wake often throughout the night. Also, there could be a change in your appetite or your weight. And some people refer to overeating, undereating, emotional eating. So eating when you're as a coping skill, when you feel upset. Feeling tired all the time or low energy, high blood pressure is also a sign, headaches or stomach problems. Some people also experience pain in their neck or their shoulders from the tension. Some behavioral signs and symptoms of stress include difficulty concentrating as well as making decisions, withdrawing from family and friends, avoiding tasks or responsibilities, increased alcohol, tobacco, or other drug use, or gambling, more arguments with friends or family, neglecting your appearance, aggressive behavior, crying easily, blaming yourself, being late for work, watching more TV. So those could be some behavioral signs as well. And when we look at stress relief techniques, you kind of have to figure out what kind of stress reliever are you in general. Some people are what we would call task-oriented individuals, and these people would immediately focus on the necessary tasks to plan how to relieve the stress. So they're action-oriented. Some people are emotion-oriented, so they immediately need to express their emotions, then pull themselves back together to deal with the stressor. So let me deal with my emotions and feelings first, and then I can tackle the task at hand. Other people are distraction-oriented, so they avoid the stressor by focusing on other things. And this would be, an example could be if you're stressed at home, you may work longer hours, so you avoid going home to deal with that stressor. So those are three types of stress relievers: task-oriented, emotion-oriented, and distraction-oriented. There are also some tips on stress management, and one is to alter the stressor. So remove the source of the stress by changing something. So this could be learning time management, learning how to be assertive, using direct communication, planning, organizing, and modifying your demands. So you're removing the source of the stress by changing something. You can also sometimes avoid the stressor by removing yourself from the stressful situation or not getting there at all. So for example, you can learn how to walk away from some situations before it escalates. Learning how to let go, and letting go could be recognizing the things that are out of your control and letting go and feeling it is what it is. and all you can control is how you react and respond to things. Avoiding it sometimes by just saying no. You don't have to say yes to everything. Delegate. If there's different responsibilities in the home, ask for help. Delegate those responsibilities. Setting boundaries is also important, and becoming aware of what your limits are, because oftentimes we take on a lot of things and that can become overwhelming and lead to stress. We can also learn how to accept the stress by building our resistance. And building resistance could include things like having a proper and healthy eating, healthy sleep schedule, regular physical activity, relaxation techniques, clear about your values and priorities, relationship building, and having a sense of faith or values. Also accepting it by changing the way you perceive the stressor or yourself. So how do you see the stressor? What do you think about it? And how do you see yourself? So this could include changing any unrealistic expectations that you have on yourself or others around you. Using humor and using and having a positive attitude can be helpful in changing your perceptions. So stress management is all about altering it, avoiding, and accepting. Some positive coping techniques overall to help you live a more healthy, positive lifestyle is to be healthy overall. So again, looking at physical activity, proper sleep habits, as well as increasing your self-esteem. Making a list. And sometimes if having too much to do is stressing you out, take time to find out what is most important. So looking at your never-ending to-do list, what are some things that you can ignore right now to lighten your load? Also doing one thing at a time. So finish those smaller tasks before you move on to the next thing on your list. Taking time for yourself and treating yourself well. So things like cooking yourself a nice meal, having a nice warm bubble bath, watching a movie, calling a friend. Whatever it is, do it just for you. And enjoying a hobby can bring balance into your life and help you to relieve pressure of everyday life. Learn about relaxation techniques, and I will talk about some of those techniques shortly. Things like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation. Laughter and humor is also very important, and not taking everything too seriously. If you think something is funny, laugh and share it with your friends. It is important to your health. Talk about it. If something is troubling you, open up. Share instead of carrying it all on your own. Talk to friends, family, co-workers. Don't be afraid to ask for support. Be willing to seek help when needed. Find people you can talk to when you have problems or struggles. Counseling may be helpful if you experience unmanageable stress. Also, don't put things off until the last minute, because this can add pressure and create more stress in your life. We'll talk a little bit about relaxation. And relaxation is basically freedom from tension. It takes a lot of practice and commitment. So like anything worthwhile, the more you put into relaxation techniques, the more you will get out of them. So this means practicing on a regular basis. Relaxation can also improve our physical health overall in terms of lowering blood pressure, lessen and decrease levels of pain that we may experience. And it has other benefits such as increasing our balance and flexibility, giving us more energy, a greater sense of well-being, increased confidence and courage, increase motivation, increase creativity and productivity in your life. As I mentioned, there are several different relaxation techniques. Some I will explain in a little more detail. Deep breathing I will talk about shortly, meditation, stretching, progressive muscle relaxation, laughter, visualization, massage therapy, aromatherapy, positive self-talk, healthy eating, and physical activity. Learning relaxation techniques can help you control your response to stress. Massage therapy is helpful for releasing muscle tension and promotes relaxation as well as pain relief. Aromatherapy, which is the use of essential oils, essences of various plants and flower fragrances to help you balance your body and mind. It may help promote relaxation, provide relief from insomnia, as well as relieving pain, such as headaches or joint pain. It can also help enhance mood and combat allergies. Essential oils may be used in various ways. They may be used as massage oil compresses, warm baths, or scented linens. Lavender, for example, can provide a calming feeling. It can help manage muscle pain, depression, as well as sinus issues. Chamomile can help with relaxation, with allergies, as well as joint swelling. Marjoram can help with muscle spasms and menstrual cramps, and eucalyptus can be used as a decongestant as well. Also, having pets, listening to music can also be helpful ways to relieve stress. I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness. And mindfulness is basically noticing and paying attention to what is happening right now in the present moment. Taking notice of how your body feels and what you see, smell, hear, and taste. So using and paying attention to our five senses can help us become more mindful. And it's also noticing what your mind is doing. So when we are mindful, we pay attention in a particular way on purpose, in the present moment, without judging our thoughts. And without judgment means that we simply have an experience. We do not think of the experience as good or bad. It just is. So being fully aware of a task at hand can help you live in the moment, which is a key to a sense of inner peace and calm. So again, by using your five senses, you can bring yourself into the now, into the present, into the here and now. Mindfulness can help us create a space between the emotions we have and the actions we use to respond to them. So we can respond more calmly, make better decisions, and in a more thoughtful way without hurting our feelings or the feelings of others. So for example, if we feel angry, we recognize the anger and then make a decision of how we want to act. So we could either hit something or calmly or assertively express our needs. So it's like hitting a pause button before you react or respond to things. Recognizing what your feelings are and then how to respond to the situation and how to react. Mindfulness can help us with that. So I want to talk to you about practicing mindfulness, and one simple way to do it is focusing on something that you're doing in the moment. So domestic chores, for example. So whether it's washing the dishes or vacuuming your floors, ironing clothes. Do it mindfully. So as you're doing those activities, instead of letting your mind wander to what you're going to have for supper or what you're going to do after you finish the activity, focus only on that activity. So let's take ironing clothes as an example. Notice the color and the shape of the clothing and the pattern made by the creases and the new pattern as the creases disappear. Notice the hiss of the steam, the creak of the ironing board, the faint sound of the iron moving over the material. Notice the grip of your hand on the iron and the movement of your arm and your shoulder. If boredom or frustration arise, simply acknowledge it and bring your attention back to the task at hand. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them, let them be, and bring your attention back to what you are doing. Again and again, your attention will wander. This is normal. But as soon as you realize this has happened, gently acknowledge it, note what distracted you, and bring your attention back to your activity. Another simple mindfulness exercise to help center yourself and connect with your environment is noticing 5 things. You can practice it throughout the day, especially anytime you find yourself getting caught up in your thoughts and feelings. First, you pause for a moment. Look around and notice 5 things that you can see. Listen carefully and notice 5 things that you can hear. Then notice 5 things you can feel in contact with your body. For example, it could be your watch against your wrist, your pants against your legs, the air on your face, your feet on the floor, or your back against a chair. Mindfulness can be used along with any other relaxation technique. Deep breathing is another form of relaxation technique, and we recommend that you can practice deep breathing on a daily basis for 5 or 10 minutes twice a day. You can also extend your breathing exercises to 20 minutes once you get the hang of it. So it's important to look first at how you normally breathe. So you can place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach and breathe the way you usually do. The hand that moves the most will tell you if you are a chest breather or a deep breather, or I like to call it a belly breather sometimes. With chest breathing, it's more shallow breathing that's often accompanied by anxiety, depression, and hyperventilation, which can lead to fainting. This type of breathing can reduce oxygen flow in your body, as well as increase your heart rate and muscle tension. With deep or abdominal breathing, this is a more relaxed breathing that we usually enjoy during deep sleep. It is a goal of most breathing exercises, and it is also used with many other relaxation techniques. It involves contracting and expanding your diaphragm to allow more air deeper into your lungs. It has been shown to slow heart rate, which in turn can also lower or stabilize your blood pressure. Deep breathing can help you quiet and relax your mind, relax your body, as well as ease pain. It can help people who are experiencing anxiety or panic attacks, depression, anger, headaches, or fatigue. So sometimes you can lie down, as shown in the picture, on your bed or on a comfortable rug. You can place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose and let your stomach expand. Purse your lips together and exhale slowly through your mouth. You can use the hand on your stomach to push gently on your abdomen during exhales. Another way I use to describe it for individuals is to imagine that your belly is like a balloon, and as you breathe in, you want to fill up your balloon with as much air as possible. Fill it as full as you can and let your belly rise. And as you exhale through your mouth, you need to let all of the air escape from that balloon. You can also visualize smells as you breathe in, because again, this can help associate positive feelings with it. So something like, smell the roses and blowing out your birthday candles. So again, the visualization along with the deep breathing may make it easier for you to practice. Or if you like the smell of other things, you can use that as well. Stretching is also a good relaxation technique. It helps keep your muscles more flexible and help you relax. It can also help to relieve tension in your head, your neck, shoulders, as well as keep your muscles less prone to injury, and it can also strengthen your joints. So there's some basic rules of stretching exercises, and that is to start off very slow. Start with some easier stretches, and also never hold a painful stretch. So if you're stretching your muscle and you start to experience pain, then you need to release that a little bit, because stretching should not cause pain. Don't stretch cold muscles, so do a little warm-up first, a short walk or some easy warm-up exercises. It's also important to hold each stretch for about 5 to 15 seconds. So again, starting slow and working yourself up. So you can practice stretching exercises such as shoulder rolls, doing neck stretches, a mid-back stretch, a side stretch, a calf stretch, hamstring stretch, or even a toe touch. And you can access different stretching exercises online as well. Meditation is another relaxation technique, and this involves calming your thoughts by completely focusing your mind on one thing or one object. It can help your body to relax and recover from the effects of stress. It does require a significant amount of concentration and focus, and you have to choose an approach that feels comfortable to you. So start by meditating for short periods of time. So again, it could be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes at a time. Meditation can help lower your heart rate, blood pressure, help relax your breathing, increase your energy, boost your self-confidence, relieve headaches, as well as curbing anxiety and depression, and to promote creativity. So some people choose to focus on a certain sound, such as recordings of the ocean, a bird, or certain songs. Some people choose to focus on an image, such as a picture of a favorite tree, artwork, nature scene. And other people choose to focus on a word or a phrase, often called a mantra meditation. So you could repeat a word such as peace, one, or love. And other people simply focus on their breathing. So again, you can try various techniques, whether it be sounds, images, or words, or your breathing, and you have to choose one that is going to work best for you. So it's important to situate yourself well with meditation, so wearing comfortable clothing, sitting or lying in a comfortable position, or choosing a place that is quiet and free of distractions. Also involves trying to focus and relax. So some people prefer to close their eyes, relax your muscles. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You keep your breathing slow but natural. And if you focus on a word or phrase, repeat it silently as you exhale. Meditation also involves refocusing when your mind wanders. So you simply return your thoughts to the object of your meditation. Don't worry about how you are doing. Your mind is likely to go off in many directions. This is normal. But with practice, you will learn to stay focused. Another relaxation technique is called progressive muscle relaxation. So this technique is based on the idea that in order to relax, you need to be aware of how it feels to be tense. So again, you practice this on a daily basis or as needed when stress and tension build up. So wearing comfortable clothes is important as well, and finding a place where you can comfortably sit or lie down. So you can choose a muscle group to start with, and then you make those muscles tense and tight, and then relax them. So for example, if you start with your hands, you clench your fist for 5 to 10 seconds, focusing on the feeling of muscle tension. Relax your fist completely for 20 to 30 seconds and notice the difference between the muscle tension and the muscle relaxation. And you repeat this exercise throughout your body. So focusing on your lower and upper arms, your face and jaw area, your neck and shoulders, your chest, your stomach, back, your buttocks, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and your toes. Visualization is another relaxation technique that individuals can use, and this is where we use mental images or stories to help you relax, to help you reduce pain, as well as to sleep better. It is also known as guided imagery, and you can use the power of your imagination to help you shape your mood. So again, it involves sitting or lying in a quiet place and closing your eyes. You scan your body and relax any muscles that feel tense. And then you imagine a pleasant or peaceful scene and picture yourself in this setting. Focus on the scene for a set amount of time, then gradually return to other activities. So some people may describe this as going to their happy place. So it's any time you feel upset, you feel stress, any feeling, any situation, you can use visualization. So it's imagining you in a peaceful, calm place. So for example, as you sit quietly, noticing tension in your body, breathing naturally and slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth. Imagine the pain in your knee is a kite stuck in the ground. In your mind, tie a string to the kite and launch it into the air. As the kite goes higher, imagine your pain fading away. Finally, let go of the string and watch the kite float out of sight. Another example of a visualization exercise. It is a warm day. You are lying on your back on your raft, drifting. In the shade of the trees along the shore, you trail your fingers in the cool water, relaxing completely. Just rocking gently on the water and watching tiny, fluffy clouds drift across the sky. It is very comfortable. You lie there as long as you want, just feeling relaxed. Here's another example of a visualization exercise. You're sitting by the crackling fire, wrapped in soft blankets. Outside, a cold rain falls, but here there is only the sound of the fire and the flicker of the flames. You feel the warmth on your face, how it relaxes and soothes all your muscles. A log falls, sending up a shower of sparks. You sigh and stretch, feeling so comfortable, so calm, and so relaxed. I would like to share with you now a practice relaxation exercise. This exercise is found on Bridge the Gap website, and it is a progressive muscle relaxation exercise.
Progressive muscle relaxation. Learning how to deal with stress is a necessary part of life. Everyone deals with stress differently, so finding what works for you is important. Ready to try progressive muscle relaxation? We'll walk you through this easy, stress-relieving activity. Progressive muscle relaxation helps you relax your mind, relax your body, reduce tension, focus your mind, and calm you down. Here's how it works. Tense each muscle group. Hold the tension for 5 seconds. Release the tension. Feel the muscle relax. Try to visualize the muscle tensing and relaxing. Remember to keep breathing deeply through the exercise. Try to focus hard on each step. If your mind begins to wander, bring it back to the muscle you are working on. Let's start with your head. Close and tighten your eyes. Tense all muscles in your cheeks. Tighten all the muscles around your lips. And press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly release and relax. Now your shoulders, chest, and back. Raise your shoulders to your ears. Tense your back by pulling your shoulders back. Hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly release and relax. On to your hands, fingers, and arms. Bend your wrist and tighten your hands into your fist. Flex your biceps. Hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly release and relax. Now for your belly. Pull your belly button in and tense all the muscles in your stomach. Hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly release and relax. Moving on to your legs and your feet. Tighten your thighs by pressing your knees together. Pull your toes towards you and feel the tension in your calves, thighs, and feet. Hold that tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly release and relax. Breathe deeply and imagine a peaceful sensation flowing from your head, down your neck, to your chest, legs, and settling into the soles of your feet. Repeat this process when necessary until you feel calm and peaceful.
So that was, again, a progressive muscle relaxation exercise found on Bridge the Gap website. Positive self-talk can also help relieve stress in our lives. So self-talk is essentially our inner voice. So the voice in our mind which says things that you don't necessarily say out loud. And we all have this. Often self-talk happens without you even realizing it and can be a subtle running commentary going on in the background of your mind. So it's almost like a hamster on a wheel. Our thoughts in our minds are always running. They're random thoughts. Sometimes they might not even make sense or we're not even aware of them. But they often determine a lot about how we feel, about who we are. People can sometimes let one negative event outweigh all of the other positive things. Sometimes it's hard to notice good moments when we are caught up in the negative. It's important to look for those good moments and pay attention to the things that make you happy, the good things that are happening in your life. Because often we can get caught up like a hamster on a wheel or like on a conveyor belt and let our worries and negative self-talk take control of us. So being able to focus on the positives can help relieve stress. Positive self-talk is having an optimistic attitude, which can help diffuse stress and improve your overall health and well-being. So people who are considered optimistic choose to feel hopeful about how they see a situation. They are positive thinkers who practice positive self-talk. So positive self-talk is the things that make you feel good about yourself and the things that are going on in your life. It is like having an optimistic voice in your head that always looks on the bright side. So for example, these clothes look pretty awesome on me. I can totally make it through this exam. I don't feel great right now, but things could be worse. So it's shifting our thoughts to become more positive. So practicing positive self-talk includes telling yourself positive things every day. Try this for at least a month before you judge how it has affected your attitude. Because changing our attitude, changing how we talk to ourselves can take time, but you need to be patient with that process. So give yourself about a month before you judge whether it's working or not. Also, it's important to use short but positive motivating statements. So some people choose to say them out loud and imagine that it's really happening. Other people like to have quotes written and posted on their refrigerator or on their bedroom wall or on their bedroom mirror so that you can always see them and be reminded of those short, positive, motivating statements. So for example, I like myself. I can do the job. I feel great. I'm relaxing and breathing smoothly. I'm happy with my job. I can. Oftentimes we focus on words like I can't, and we need to replace that with I can do this. It may be challenging or it may be difficult, but I can do it. I have skills. So short, positive, motivating statements is important. Self-care is also very important to having a sense of overall health and wellness. So self-care is fulfilling activities or quiet moments that allow individuals to rejuvenate their energies and regain their joy for life. Self-care can be very challenging for some people because it can be very difficult to balance our responsibilities of work and family. Self-care is essential to our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. So taking time for yourself, and that could, include eating healthy meals or snacks, getting fresh air, visiting a friend or family member just to have a talk or laugh, reading a book, listening to music, playing a game, going for a walk, writing in a journal, taking up another relaxing hobby, turning off your computer, cell phone, or other distractions. And it's basically taking care of you first. The other things will come in line. They will naturally come, but self-care is something you need to take the time and make the time to do. So a part of self-care is doing things that bring you a sense of joy, something that makes you feel good on the inside. And we recommend that you try to do at least 5 things every day to bring you joy. So these could be simple things, such as a candlelit dinner, a warm bubble bath, reading a newspaper, enjoying a nice cup of tea or hot chocolate, volunteering, gardening, woodworking, building, baking. There are a number of things that you can do to give you a sense of joy. It's also important to give the gift of joy every day. So smiling more, or being nice to other people, saying hello to a stranger, clipping cartoons and posting them, or at least trying to make one person laugh once a day. Move joyfully. Don't allow your body language to show how you're feeling. So basically, it's like putting on your happy face. Fake it until you make it. Experiencing the joy in everyday life, I'll talk about that in a moment. And thinking joyfully. So again, positive thinking, challenging your negative thoughts. So how do you see it? Do you see the glass as half full or half empty? Prove to yourself that the negative talk is wrong. You don't have to believe all of your thoughts because they're not always true. So practicing positive self-talk, I'm fine, I'm relaxing, I will be okay. And this is very, very important because oftentimes up to 75% of daily conversation is negative. So focusing on the positives can be a challenge, but it is possible to change how we see things, to change how we think about things. So experiencing the joy in everyday life, little things like eating outside, taking a walk in the fresh air, even if it's just around your house, doing something with your family, such as board games, card games, having a family movie night, dance like there's no one watching. Because your mood will not improve without effort. You probably don't feel like doing anything when you're feeling angry or depressed or anxious or in any other kind of emotional pain. But if you don't do these enjoyable things, your painful mood will continue. Doing enjoyable things, and things that bring you joy, is an important way to help you feel better. It is an opportunity to experience positive emotions, and it's a positive distraction from painful emotions and also helps to reduce boredom. So there's no better time to be happy than right now, because if not now, when? Your life will always be filled with challenges. Such is life. It is best to admit this to yourself and decide to be happy anyway, every day. As I mentioned earlier, laughter and humor is very important to our overall health and well-being as well. It's often described as a tranquilizer with no side effects because it does lower blood pressure. It improves your immune system, as well as releases endorphins, which is a natural painkiller into our system. So laughter is definitely the best medicine, as the old saying goes. 10 minutes of laughter is the same relaxing benefit as 2 hours of sleep. 100 laughs is the equivalent and the same as 10 minutes on a rowing machine. And 15 minutes of laughter has the same relaxing effect of 8 hours of meditation. So laughter is definitely important for our health and well-being. And never underestimate it. Healthy eating is also important for our good physical and mental health. Healthy eating is more than the food you eat. So be mindful of your eating habits. Cook more often. Actually enjoy the food that you eat. Eat meals with others to build that connection. Use food labels. Limit foods high in sodium, sugars, or saturated fat. And be aware of food marketing. Also try to eat a variety of healthy foods each day. Have plenty of fruits and vegetables. Eat protein food. Make water your drink of choice and choose whole grain foods. 1/2 of your plate should be fruits or vegetables. 1/4 should be protein and the other quarter whole grains. These are recommendations from the new Canada's Food Guide. Again, it's good for our physical and mental health because it does reduce the risk of heart disease or diabetes. It improves our mood and energy levels and decrease irritability as well. It's important to eat regularly and fuel your body. So eating 3 meals a day, plus maybe 2 to 3 snacks. Eat about every 4 hours to keep your metabolism up. Listen to your hunger, so eat when you are feeling hungry. Include fruit or vegetables into every snack or meal. And also it's important to watch and cut down on your caffeine, as well as being aware of emotional eating. So eating when you're bored, lonely, or feeling depression. Limit your alcohol as well. Physical activity is also very important for our overall health and well-being. It can help us with growth and with development. So everything is better when we are moving. Physical activity reduces stress and anger, reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. It improves our mood, sleep, focus, motivation, self-esteem, boosts our energy, and promotes relaxation. It It also helps prevent some chronic diseases such as cancer, high blood pressure or hypertension, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. So what we do monthly and yearly does make a difference. It can also help with our social skills, helps us improve our sleep, and energizes us. So it's important to find an activity that you enjoy and that you have fun doing. It's important to combine aerobic and strengthening activities. So to achieve health benefits, you need to do both of these activities. Aerobic activities result in faster breathing, a warmer feeling, and an increased heart rate. Strengthening activities help build muscles and strengthen our bones. So Health Canada has 24-hour movement guidelines. So for optimal health benefits, children and youth aged 5 to 17 years should achieve high levels of physical activity, low levels of what we call sedentary behavior, and sufficient sleep each day. So the recommendation is 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous physical activity involving a variety of aerobic activities. Vigorous physical activities and muscle and bone strengthening activities should each be incorporated at least 3 days per week. Light physical activity would be several hours of a variety of structured and unstructured light activities. So that could be things like walking around your home, doing household chores, so light physical activity. Sleep hygiene is also very important for our overall health and wellness because a loss of sleep contributes to stress, to more irritability, and an inability to learn and poor concentration skills. Sleep is needed to help repair our bodies. I kind of see sleep as our body's way of rebooting itself. So think of a cell phone. When the battery gets low or dies, you need to plug it in to recharge it. That's what sleep does to our bodies. It allows us to re-energize and get ready for the next day. So the term sleep hygiene refers to a series of healthy sleep habits that can improve your ability to fall asleep as well as to stay asleep, establishing behaviors that help you get quality sleep on a regular basis. So sufficient duration and quality of sleep is important to our physical and mental health. It's important to maintain a regular sleep schedule as well. So things like having the same bedtime and the same wake time every day. So our little man in the bottom screen got 8 hours of sleep. So that is a good recommendation. Again, it depends on the age as well. 8 to 10 hours for youth. There are a number of things that you can do and arrange to promote good sleep for yourself. So practicing relaxation and mindfulness-based stress reduction techniques, physical activity, avoid caffeine before bed, and that includes energy drinks, coffee, pop, tea. It's important to keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Keep noise down. If you can't avoid or eliminate noise from neighbors or traffic or other people in your house, try masking it with a fan or a sound machine. Earplugs may also help in some situations. Also make sure that your bed is comfortable. Your bed covers should leave you enough room to stretch and turn comfortably without becoming tangled. If you often wake up with a sore back or an aching neck, you may need to experiment with different levels of mattress firmness or foam toppers or pillows that provide more or less support. Benefits of a good night's sleep include improved mood and concentration, more able to face and handle daily challenges, safer handling of machinery or equipment or vehicles, and a step towards a healthier body overall. Next, I will talk about some supports available, because you do not have to do everything alone. So asking yourself, who is in my support network? Who can I talk to when I'm struggling with something? There are different types of support. You look to someone for emotional support, so someone with whom I can discuss things. So who can I talk to about things to provide me a sense of emotional support? There's also moral support, so someone who provides you with a sense of encouragement. So if you're feeling unmotivated or if you're feeling discouraged, who's the person you can talk to that's going to give you that boost of energy and confidence again? There's also mentor support, and that's someone who provides me with guidance and instruction. So if you're looking for suggestions or guidance, who is your go-to person? There's also instrumental support. So this is someone who can help with practical support and practical things like homework, transportation, childcare, household tasks. Who can you go to for that? There's also companionship, and that could be a pet or someone that gives you a sense of belonging, a companion. And there's also informational support. So who do you go for? Accurate information on things. So it's important to make a list of those people in your life that could help you, whether it's family members, friends, colleagues, informal supports. If you have support from clergy, other community groups or organizations that can provide support, and looking at where you can go for professional help as well and support. And again, that could be employee wellness. If you have certain health insurance that can provide private services, mental health and addiction services for support or counseling as well. Again, you don't have to do it all alone. Sometimes we get stuck in this thought that we can handle everything on our own, or that, I should be able to deal with this. But that's not the case. No matter what you do, where you are or who you are, we all need support at some point in our lives. We all need help sometimes, and it's okay to ask for that. And again, we can't assume that, Joey is going to know when I'm upset and I need something. We have to voice that to them. We have to be able to ask for that support when we need it. Mental health and addiction services is a service offered to people who may be experiencing a challenging time in their lives. So we support individuals who are living with mental health and/or addiction issues, as well as their families. We provide a number of programs and services: individual counseling, group counseling, family counseling, couples counseling, consultation services, education and skill development, referral to other services or community groups that may be able to support individuals as well. We provide aftercare or follow-up services. Once an individual has completed their service with us, they can come back at any time to receive support and follow up. And we also provide assessments and various online supports to individuals now as well. Many of our groups can be accessed virtually online, as well as some of our education sessions, presentations, and things like that. Individual counseling can be provided online as well through a service called Therapy Assisted Online. And you can contact your local mental health and addiction services office to find out more information about that. Anyone can make contact with any one of our offices to make a referral for yourself, or it can come from a family physician or any other professional that you're involved with, as long as the individual is consenting to receiving services. So here is a list of some crisis and helplines as well. So there's a mental health crisis line, a crisis text line as well, so you can text TALK to 686868. There's a kids help phone. The channel warm line is another support service line for individuals with mental health. A First Nations and Inuit Hope for Wellness helpline, excuse me. A Newfoundland and Labrador Sexual Assault Crisis and Prevention 24-hour line, the Smokers Helpline, and our Newfoundland and Labrador Health Line as well, 811. We also have a Mental Health and Addictions System Navigator, and this individual helps individuals, family members, and service providers. The position also serves as a central point of contact for provincial mental health and addiction services and supports. The Systems Navigator helps to improve the individual's mental health journey by increasing knowledge and awareness, identifying and addressing system barriers, and improving coordination among services while ensuring continuity of care across services. We also provide e-mental health services, which improves access to a range of services and programs and eliminates barriers to receiving treatment. Bridge the Gap, again, bridgethegap.ca is our provincial online website that provides a service directory, provides information on a variety of mental health and addiction topics, providing advice, inspiration, assurance, or direction for finding additional supports when you need it the most. So there is a section for adults to access on Bridge the Gap, as well as a section for youth. And this is available for free on your computer. You can access it on your tablet or on your phone. So features include a service directory, a knowledge center or information booth, a section to get inspired, so people sharing their stories, online programs, as well as a toolbox, and you can access many relaxation techniques and resources on the toolbox on Bridge the Gap as well. Our Check It Out NL.ca is our mental health and substance use screening. This is again a free and fast service that provides you with a mental health checkup. So when people are feeling physically unwell, they tend to visit their family doctors for a physical health checkup. Well, our Check It Out NL.ca is our online mental health checkup. It's an anonymous online screening program for adults 18 and older. You get results you answer questions based on how you're feeling, and you will get results, recommendations, and resources provided for you. Doorways walk-in service is our rapid access to mental health and addictions counseling services, one session at a time, for youth and adults aged 12 and older. Most locations offer a walk-in service. Some locations may provide same day or next day or appointments by phone. I would like to thank you for joining our Coping with Stress wellness session offered by Mental Health and Addiction Services. Again, my name is Charlene Payne, and you can access some of our resources through www.bridgethegap.ca, checkitoutnl.ca, or any one of the regional health authorities' websites. Again, thank you for joining, and I hope you found some of this information helpful for you in learning new ways of coping with stress. Thank you and have a great day.